Alert weather.
All right, we are monitoring some storms early this morning. This time it's our eastern communities. It's really stayed out to our west over the past several mornings, but good news, we're finally getting into some of the rain for the eastern half of our viewing area. Some heavy rain pushing through Vermilion and Onega right now. We're getting close to Axtell, further down to the south around the St. Mary's area, and then further off to the east around the Douglas County area. Nothing necessarily in Topeka right now, but if these the storms in eastern Pottawatomie County hold, or I should say Wabaunsee County hold, that will make its way into Shawnee County and then the Topeka area within the next half hour or so. And then further down to the south, dealing with some more light to moderate rain just to the west of Emporia. So certainly dealing with rain across much of the area early this morning as that narrow band of rain pushes through the area. 77 right now in Emporia with temperatures all in the 70s, so it is a very warm start to early this morning, about 5 to 10 degrees warmer compared to yesterday at this hour, and winds out of the south at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. A southerly wind expected for most of the day at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, but you'll also notice by the afternoon and early evening, we do start to get that wind shift out of the southwest and then eventually to the northwest. That's going to be a weak boundary that starts to push through the area, and that's going to be key because anywhere east of that boundary is where storms could develop and push through the area by this evening for severe weather possible. So definitely a focus that we'll be keeping a close eye on for later on today. And then the winds will shift back over to the east-southeast for tomorrow at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. So high temperatures for today in the mid-90s. Yes, even hotter than what it's been recently, and very similar temperatures are expected for tomorrow. The biggest difference, though, is the lower humidity expected for tomorrow. Now, there is still some differences in the models on just how much lower the humidity will be, but regardless, it will be cooler for the feels-like temperature. So close to 100 degrees for today, and then right around matching pretty close to what the temperature will be for tomorrow. Now, if we do get a little bit drier air, we may even be cooler than the mid-90s. But again, the main takeaway is it will feel cooler compared to today for tomorrow. All right, so here's a look at the storms that have developed, mainly for the eastern half of our viewing area for the past couple of hours, and we'll continue to progress eastward through about 8, 9 o'clock. That's going to set us up with the hot temperatures for today and the dry conditions. Now, this model doesn't really indicate anything until we get close to about 8, 9 o'clock. I am leaning more towards storms developing a little bit earlier than that, though. And there is the risk of severe weather, with a slight risk of severe weather, especially along and east of Highway 75. While all hazards are possible, even a brief spin up of a tornado can't be ruled out. It's a very low risk, though. I'm looking at wind being the primary concern, 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. So leaning more towards this model that pushes the storms out in Missouri by 9 o'clock. And then we'll have these storms developing just to the east of Topeka about 5 o'clock and then pushing eastward through the rest of the evening hours. And so most of tonight will be dry. Most of tomorrow will be dry, and it is trending dry for the evening as well for those Friday night football games with storms developing after midnight. And then we'll continue with scattered showers and non-severe thunderstorms during the day Saturday. You'll also notice that there is a lot of dry areas during the day. So yes, rain will exist for at least somewhere in northeast Kansas, not only all day Saturday, but Sunday as well. But in one specific location, there will be a lot of dry time too. I do expect it to cool down, though. Temperatures are going to be in the 80s on Saturday and even down in the 70s on Sunday as we usher in even cooler temperatures, and those 70s even continue into next week as well.